Okay, I've already got the air box off. I'm going to connect my smoke tester, and let me show you the smoke tester. I got this off of Amazon. That's the kit. Power connectors. These just clamp onto your car battery. If you have a connection port in your engine bay like I do, your battery's in the trunk, just connect it to that. You get what's basically a paint can. That's the company I got it from, AutoLine Pro. It's got a nice hose here, pressure regulator here. We'll hook the compressor to that, and you get the power cable here, and there's a wick on the inside. Let me show that to you. Okay, so you just open the lid. It's literally just a paint can, so just take a screwdriver, pry around the edges very carefully so you can reuse it over and over again. But if you can see in there, let me go like, see in there, it's full of mineral oil. There's a wick in there with the wires wrapped around it. That's going to get real hot. And there's actually, I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. It comes with a little red marble. You throw that in the bottom, that's your fill line. Fill it up to that. We'll hook power to it with the air, and we'll be blowing smoke into the engine here. We'll see if it comes out somewhere. Okay, it takes quite a bit of setup, so I'll film some of that for you. What I'm going to do right now is just get everything set up. I've got my can full of oil. I live in the suburbs, so I have a brick. The instructions say to put something heavy on top of it, rock, brick, whatever you got. I happen to have a little brick. That just keeps the lid from popping off. Losing pressure. And I've got a rubber glove. You just cut the fingertip off. And we'll put a little small radiator clamp on that. One of these. I've removed the intake. We're just putting a glove over the intake hose now. And I want to show you how this works. So, the hose, we got the hose clamp. I'm going to fit that through the hole in the glove. I just cut the fingertip off. These work perfect. It's just going to seal that up. Let the smoke blow in there. The engine, you don't run the engine, just leave it off. It'll take a minute, but it'll push all the smoke through the system. Okay. We're going to give it power for 3 minutes so that the smoke can build up. And then we'll put air in it. And then once it's warmed up, we can run the smoke for 15 minutes, and then we need to unplug it. It'll still blow smoke for a few minutes after that, so if you're still checking, you can. You should be able to find a leak within that time, but if you need to try it some more, let it rest for 15 minutes before you open it up and plug it back in, because it gets really hot. So you also want to be careful about handling it. Or if you're like me and your kids are outside every now and then, don't let them hang around while you work. Okay. So we're going to give it power on my car. This is a BMW. It's a 2007 328i. So if you have one of these, you know your battery's in the trunk. But we'll give it power right up front. So our positive terminal, hook this to the ground, and now I have a machine covered in a brick. It's producing smoke. We'll give it about 3 minutes, then we'll hook the compressor fitting up to it, and we should be good. It does come with some smoke fluid. I think it's just mineral oil. I have my mallet out, so I can tap when I tap the seal, the lid shut on it, just like a paint can. Just softly tap it, don't ding it up. You want to be able to reuse it over and over again. And you just pry it open with a little small pry bar or screwdriver. Flat screwdriver works perfect. And I've got my 20-year-old Craftsman pancake compressor here. Noisy little thing, but it gets the job done for a lot of stuff I need it for. Attach the air. Take it a minute, and just so I can keep track of everything. I've got a 15-minute timer on my phone. So now we know how much time we have. So that's a glove hooked to my intake port. You can see it's inflated with the smoke. Nothing super obvious popping out, but I can show you right there. You see it coming up. We're coming right out of the front end. And when I smoke tested it the first time, when I first got this, there was just light smoke trickling out. It is just pouring out now. And if we look in there, you can see I cleaned the area. It was pretty dirty, like gummed up with oil and gunk. The rest of my engine's pretty clean around the seals, but yeah. Ah, man. Look at that. That's causing me problems. So this little, I think it cost me $96. This little smoke machine. A brick I already had. Got a rubber mallet and a compressor, so you'll need some pretty basic tools. If you don't have tools like that in your shop, you're not ready for a smoke tester. It's Amazon.